Greetings class, this is Dr. York-Hammons bringing you an example from your text in Chapter 2, Section 3, which is talking about measures of central tendency. And the measures of central tendency that they explore are mean, median, and mode. I'm on page 70 of your e-text looking at example 6. They have shown work by hand of finding the mean by adding all of the data points and dividing by the number of data points in your set. Median was found by taking the middle two numbers. Because we have 20 numbers, that's an even number, we take the average of the middle two and divide by 2. And then mode, we just look for the entry occurring with the greatest frequency. If you were to do these by hand, it might take you an inordinate amount of time, and I want you to be able to use StatCrunch so that you can complete your test within the allotted amount of time. Since our test is coming up, I thought this would be a good opportunity to practice this and see that we get the same data in the same results in StatCrunch that you get by hand. So let's go to StatCrunch and open up example 6 in StatCrunch. Now, the nice thing about this example is that it tells us they are the ages of students. There are 20 data points of ages that correspond to the table that you see on page 70 in your text. In order to compute measures of central tendency, we need to go to the Stat toolbar. When you click on the Stat toolbar, you see Summary Stats in the second row. The summary stats are the ones that we're going to see options to calculate mean, median, and mode, similar to the ones we did for range, minimum, and maximum when creating our frequency table. Since my ages are in a column, I need to go to Columns and click on that. I'm going to add ages of students to the list of data that I want to create the summary stats for. And on the statistics, again, there is a long list of statistics that you can do for a column. For this one, we need to see, it wouldn't hurt to see in the number of data points in your set. And then I'm going to hold down my control key and click mean. And then I'm going to scroll down till I find median. And then I think I have to scroll clear to the very end to find mode. So this summary stats will give us the number of elements in the data set, the mean, the median, and the mode. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and click Store in Data Table. And then if I move this up just a little bit, you can see the Compute tab at the bottom. So I'm going to click Compute. I'm going to hide this table. It simply tells us that we added, using the column ages of students, the number of data points in our set was 20. The mean was 23.75. The median was 25. And there was one mode, and that was 20. So if we look at the answers that were in your text, the mean was 23.8. We got 23.75, which you would round to 23.8 because we follow the rule that you take one more decimal place than what was in your original data. And since they were ages in whole numbers of years, one decimal place past the original data would be 23.8. Often, though, in your homework, it will tell you what decimal place to round to. Let's check the median. That's 21.5 years, and the mode is 20. If you wanted to verify the mode, we could take the data and sort it, ages of the students in class, sort it ascending, and let's just compute, and it will add a column to our data. And you can see that there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the data points that were 20. 1, 2, 3, 4 that were 21. 1, 2, 3, 22. 23 was there 4 times, and 24. I'm going to have to scroll down. Oh, I scrolled down a little too far. 24 was there twice and 65 was there once. Now, when you look at this data and you notice that the maximum is 65, it might not be a bad idea to do a little histogram. Let's go to Graph and go to Histogram for ages of students in class and just do a frequency histogram. And let's look at what we get when we compute. And in this particular frequency, because I haven't done a class width or anything, you can see that most of the ages were between 20 and 30, and then you have one person that's way over here. And this particular piece of data may be influencing the mean of our data. So the problem asks you to go back. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of my data set, and I am going to backspace so that I delete that data. And I'm going to run summary stats on this new column, sorted ages with the 65 removed. So let's go to Stat, Summary Stats and Columns. This time I'm going to go to the sorted because it's had that one age, 65 removed. I'm still going to look at N. I click on that and then I hold my control key. Mean, scroll down, median, and then scroll down at the very bottom. You'll see mode. Then I release my control key. And I'll put those in the data table as well and compute. And let's see what happened to our mean. Our mean, let's compare it to the original in your text. With 20 data points, the mean was 23.8. With only 19 data points with the age 65 removed, we see that the mean has decreased to approximately 21.6 years of age. The median in the set of 20, we had to actually add 2 points because we started with an even number and it was 21.5. The median is now 21 because we're only looking at the data point that is in the very middle of those 19. So it would, half of 19 is 9, so it would be the 10th piece of data. Let's see if we can see. Go back up to the very top of our data column, and that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're on the 10th data row for the median, and the median is 21. So removing that extreme value had an impact on our mean, but not as much on our median. And the mode is still 20 because the 65 that we removed did not impact the number of times you see the number 20 in the set. So this is a way that you can calculate mean, median, and mode, change the data, and recalculate very quickly. And this is important, again, when you're taking a test, that you're able to complete all of the questions that are asked and save your work as well. Because with StatCrunch, if I want to save this, I can take my session and download it. This one is called Age Text. And if we download, you can go back to your computer, to your downloads, and find the one that was age txt, and I have a funny feeling it's somewhere that I'm not able to find it. I apologize, but I'm going to repeat saving this session. So I'm going to click on StatCrunch, Session, Download, click on Download. So here's what I forgot. I didn't go ahead and Click OK on Ask It to save the file. Now I'm going to go back, and there it is in my downloads file. So if you needed to upload this to show work for a text, you could upload it to a Dropbox. I'm going to go back to StatCrunch here, and that'll be the end of this particular session. Thank you for your time.